Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Welcome to today's Senior Safety Advice Daily Podcast, your daily moment of calm, guidance, and encouragement as we navigate aging, caregiving, and living well together. Today we're talking about how to decorate for the holidays safely without overdoing it. Now, I'll admit, this is a topic that hits close to home for me. I love decorating for the holidays. Whether it's putting up a seasonal wreath, adding some cozy touches around the house, or bringing a little sparkle to the season, decorating just makes a home feel happy. But I've also seen how easy it is for things to get a little out of hand. You start with just one garland, suddenly you're climbing a step stool, stretching across a table, running an extension cord halfway across the living room. It's fun until it's not, and then it can become a safety hazard. So today let's talk about how to keep your home beautiful, cheerful, and safe without going overboard. First, let's talk about balance. Decorating should add happiness, not stress. But many people, especially around the holidays, feel pressure to go big. Maybe it's because it's tradition or because they don't want to give up on their old routines. But here's the thing. Your safety and peace of mind are far more important than how many decorations you put up. So ask yourself, does this decoration bring me happiness or does it make me work harder? If it's the second one, it's time to simplify. Sometimes a single beautiful focal point like a lovely table arrangement or a string of soft lights or just a wreath on the door can create as much warmth as a house full of decor. Think quality over quantity. Next, let's talk about physical safety. Most decorating injuries happen because someone tries to climb, stretch, or lift something heavy, and I've seen it all from someone losing their balance while hanging curtains to a friend who ended up in the ER after falling when she tried to put a star on the top of the tree. So here are a few simple tips that can make a big difference. First, stay off ladders and stools unless you have someone holding them for you. Better yet, ask for help or use decorations you can reach safely from the ground. Second, avoid overreaching. If you cannot easily reach something, it's not worth the strain on your shoulders or your back or the chance of falling. Number 3, use lightweight decor. Heavy items can shift or fall if they're bumped, so choose things that are easy to move or remove. Number 4 is watch out for cords. Extension cords can easily become trip hazards, especially if they cross a walkway. So use cord covers or tape them down securely. And number 5, opt for battery-operated candles or LED lights. They're safer, they're cooler to the touch, and they don't pose a fire risk like open flames do. So now let's talk about energy. Your energy, not just your electric bill. Decorating can be physically and emotionally exhausting, especially if you're doing it alone or feeling pressure to keep up traditions that used to be easier. If you find yourself dreading the work, it's okay to scale back. Maybe instead of decorating every room, you focus on one special area that you'll enjoy the most, like the living room mantle or the front porch. Remember, you don't have to stop decorating, you just have to decorate differently. Sit down while you work. Spread the decorating out over a few days. Play Christmas music or holiday music. Light a safe candle. Make it part of your self-care rather than a chore. If you're a caregiver, this next part is for you. You might feel torn between keeping things festive for your loved one and keeping them safe. Maybe mom insists on putting up her big ceramic village that takes over the dining room table, or dad still wants to climb the ladder to hang lights. Here's the truth. Keeping traditions is wonderful, but keeping them safe is more important. Try inviting your loved one to decorate from their chair. Hand them soft ornaments, ribbons, or battery-powered candles to arrange. You can even play favorite holiday music and let them direct while you do the heavy lifting. That way, they still are part of the tradition, but they're not part of the risk. Finally, let's talk about emotional connection. Decorating really isn't about the objects. If we think about it, it's really about the feelings behind the objects. The memories, the warmth, the sense of belonging and connection. If you've had to let go of certain traditions or decorations because they're not practical anymore, that can bring up real feelings of loss. So give yourself permission to grieve that, and then look for ways to create new traditions that feel easier and safer for this season of life. Maybe it's displaying favorite photos instead of a big collection, or using digital photo frames that rotate your memories automatically. Maybe it's adding a cozy blanket or a scented plug-in to make the space inviting without lifting a finger. Here's your takeaway for today. Decorating safely is not about giving up joy. It's about protecting it. When you simplify, you create space for the things that truly matter: connection, comfort, and calm. If you ever find yourself wondering, am I overdoing it? That's your cue to pause, take a breath, and remind yourself that beauty doesn't come from how much we do, but how intentionally we do it. So thanks for joining me today on the Senior Safety Advice Daily Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend or caregiver who might need the reminder. And don't forget to visit seniorsafetyadvice.com for more practical tips on living well, aging safely, and caring with compassion. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and keep your home full of heart, not hazards. Bye!
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.